So, scammed in the Philippines, almost scammed in the Philippines. Was it a scam or wasn't it? So one of my people reached out to me and let me know about a rental for $15,000 a month that looked like the most amazing view. I've been looking for a place with a direct ocean balcony that I can do lives from, and to get an additional place here in Boracay, maybe do something with my other one or rent it out or whatever. And I got a tip about a $15,000 one, and I wanted to jump on it because it seemed too good to be true. And so I raced over there on my bicycle at nighttime in the dark rather than waiting till the next day because I thought someone was going to snap it up. And what happened was I ended up meeting up with the guy, and automatically I got a bad vibe. He looked a little bit sketchy, and I wasn't sure what was going on, but I got a little bit of a weird feeling when I was chatting with him. And basically he was like, get on the back of the scooter and we'll go to it. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I was like almost thinking it was a setup to rob me or something. But I brought my bicycle up there. So I rode my bicycle up one of the steepest hills you could ever imagine. And what happened was basically I just was riding my bicycle, and I could barely make it up the hill. I finally got up the hill. There's no street lights or anything. I literally thought this must be a setup for a robbery. They're gonna try to rob me. But that wasn't what it was. The guy actually turned out to be really nice. And you know, I looked at the place and it was the most amazing live streaming deck. It was like you were the king of Boracay. It was like you were staying at Shangri-La Hotel or something. But the actual place itself was like maybe a 10 by 10. So I basically just was gonna rent it just for the deck alone and not really concerned with the actual place, because it was about a quarter of the size of the place that I already have. So I ended up inquiring about, okay, I'll take it. So I reached out to the guy on Facebook who was in another country and said, okay, I want to take it, sir. And he goes, oh, well, what's the most you can spend? And, you know, are you, how old are you? And what do you do for work? And all this stuff. And I was like, you already said it was 15,000 and whatever. And he's just on Facebook. He's got like 2 pictures, and I'm like, this is weird. And then he goes, well, I don't do leases. I want to do a verbal agreement because I don't want any trouble with the local government or something. And I'm like, okay. And then he's like, well, I need a 30,000 peso deposit, which is like $550. And I'm thinking like, yeah, okay, but not on a verbal agreement. I mean, he's like, I'll just give you my bank account information, not like through PayPal or like somewhere it's an escrow, but just straight transferred into my bank account when he's in like a European country. And I'm like thinking, yeah, I don't think I can just do a $550 giveaway. What would stop you if I haven't even taken possession of the place and I'm giving you 30,000 for a place? Why would you even not just block me or something? Or like, the whole thing just seems weird. I mean, if you guys do rent a place anywhere in the Philippines, get a notarized lease and a paper lease, not a verbal agreement. A verbal agreement, oh hell no. So basically what happened was I just kind of like backed off of it. I didn't even tell him I was like sketched out or anything. I just backed off of it. And then he goes, he starts reaching out over and over and over again. He's like, I'll just send you a copy of the rules. And the rules were kind of weird. Like if I violate any of his house rules or do anything, that he gets my 2-month deposit. And I'm like thinking, this is like weird. I'm not doing a verbal agreement. I'm not doing these rules that I can lose $550 for this little tiny 10 by 10. And I'm just basically renting a live streaming deck, and it's way in the middle of nowhere. So the deal just looked less and less attractive. And I basically ended up just kind of like blowing it off. And then he's reaching out and reaching out and reaching out and reaching out and telling me, I'm a doctor, I own 15 places in Boracay, I own this mansion, I own that mansion. But another caveat of me moving in was he was going to be coming into town and needed to stay in my little tiny 10 by 10, but I can leave my belongings there in this little tiny like, I was like, if you own 15 places and you're a doctor from Europe or whatever, why in the heck would you need to stay in a little tiny place that's not nice at all why wouldn't you be at the Shangri-La? Why wouldn't you be at one of your mansions? Why would you, make your tenant move out for 1 month? And the whole thing just seems super fishy. Now, this may have not been a scam. I don't really know at the end of the day. I don't think he blocked me or anything, but then he was reaching out on WhatsApp and trying to call me and trying. And I'm thinking, what the heck? And then he said, okay, I can do a 15,000 peso deposit. And I'm like, okay, how about a 0 deposit? And then at the end of the day, the guy just kept reaching out. He was reaching out from a WhatsApp that was a girl's name. The whole thing was just super shady and just seemed super weird. Again, it may not have been a scam, but it sure spells out a scam. Let me know in the comments if you think it was a scam. And then I said, you know what, let me try it out for 1 night just to see what he would say, because it was like 500 pesos a night. I figured he'd do it for 1,000. Then he's like, I'm looking for a long-term tenant. I'm like, I just want to get a vibe for it. I wanted to do a couple live streams from there, see the view during the day since it was nighttime, and maybe just rent it for 1 night and then just keep it moving, because whatever, I can hand the caretaker 2,000, 1,000 pesos or whatever and just get the key right then. So anyways, he agreed to 2,000 for 1 night, and then he just kind of dropped off the face of the earth and never responded to me or never reached out to close the deal, even though I kind of never confirmed when he said 2,000, because I was expecting 1,000, and he said 2,000, and then you can just deduct out from the principal. Now, this may not have been a scam, but everything indicates that it was a scam, and I just go with my gut feeling on these things. From the guy that I met, who turned out to be nice, but just, I don't know, I didn't want to get on his scooter, and I got a bad vibe, like it was possibly a setup. When I met that guy, I felt like, oh, this dude's gonna try to rob me or something, but I was like probably a foot taller than him, and I'm not exactly like a victim, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. And then at the end of the day, be careful. Never ever rent a place in a country that you're not a resident of without, or anywhere actually, in your country too, without a notarized lease on paper. No verbal agreements, no money transfers before you get the money in your hand. If you're in America, check with the assessor's office to see if your place is in foreclosure. I've done that many times and found places were in foreclosure and had the owners get rude with me and stuff. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, just be careful renting places, especially off of Facebook, if the person's in another country, or just always go with your gut feeling. And I'm 46 years old, and the times I've gone against my gut and dated a girl that I felt weird about, or I went into a business deal that I felt weird about or whatever, I got burned, or I ended up with a bad girlfriend or whatever 100% of the time. So at this point, I just had a bad gut feeling about this. I already have a place to live. I'm not doing any cash giveaways or any transfers on verbal agreements. And as much as he tried to keep the deal together, that just showed me more like desperation on his part. It just made me feel weird about the whole deal. Like, if you're so rich and you're a multimillionaire in like US dollars or euros or whatever, why would you care about my measly little $200 when you said you had 500 people trying to get this place? And again, you don't know for sure what it was or what it wasn't, but I just can't risk it. And when you have a bad feeling about something, just always go with your gut, whether that be a woman, a man, if you are a woman, or a real estate deal, a job, a situation, a person that wants to date you. Just in general, always go with your gut. Your gut is usually right. I've gone against that many times and been burned or ended up with a terrible girl or in a bad situation or whatever. So basically, I just wanted to share that with you guys, since I like to share, everything with you guys and tell you real stories about boots on the ground in Boracay like I do, and what it's like being a foreigner trying to rent a place, or a possible scam that this could have been. Again, I have no proof, and I don't think the guy blocked me or anything, but we deaded the deal. I'm definitely not doing the deal, and just be careful out there, guys, but enjoy the Philippines. This is a beautiful country. Look at this beautiful sunset I've been showing you for the last 10 minutes. Beautiful beach, got the boat dock, got all the pretty ladies and the hot studs, and just be careful out there, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Looks like I got like 1,000 new subscribers in the last few days, so welcome to all of you. Consider becoming a member. You get all the saved live streams and 13 exclusive videos. It's like $6. It's under the community tab if you scroll down a few posts. And I go live every day around 8 or 9 a.m. Manila time. if you're interested in that. And Sana all.